Okay, so as part of your speed training, once you go through your prep work, we'll go through our plyometric regression. First, working on decelerating, absorbing force to eventually produce more force, but also to prevent injuries. So simply put, we'll do deceleration jumps. Week 1, we'll do linear deceleration jumps, the focus being on landing with your hips back, middle of the foot, stable trunk, landing soft, the softer the better. Week 2, we'll simply make that lateral. Week 3, you'll make it rotational, and obviously lateral rotational, working both sides. So week 3, I'm here. So week 1 linear, week 2 lateral, week 3 rotational. Okay, ladder work, we're not going to abuse the ladder, but we're just going to use it for some body awareness. These segments should only take about 10 minutes maybe. Week 1, you're working linear patterns forward. You got 3 patterns. First pattern is a slalom pattern, one foot in, one foot out. On the ladder, we're focusing on quick, soft feet, like you're going hot coals, on and off contact, quiet body, quick feet. My shoulders stay between the edge of the ladder, my feet dancing out. So this is a slalom. With all our patterns, you get the pattern first. Don't speed up until the brain and feet are matched up. Also, eyes down is okay to start, but we'd like to eventually get those up. Pattern number 2 is a buzzsaw. It's an in, out pattern. So going that direction, I'll go in right, followed by my left. Coming back, I'll go in left, followed by my right. So this is a linear buzzsaw. In, out. Coming back, left foot in. Okay, and then the last pattern on week 1 is a single leg buzzsaw. In, out, just with the right leg, so I'd look like this. And then with my left foot, of course, I'd look like that. Week 2, ladder, you take those same 3 patterns, you just do them in reverse. So we'll take the slalom, hips flexed, soft feet, and moving the slalom backwards, moving the buzzsaw backwards, right foot lead. If I was going left foot lead, I'd be here. And of course, single leg buzzsaw, right, single leg buzzsaw left, never stabbing the ground, trying to be as soft on the ground as you can be. Okay, week 3, we move it to lateral movement. So with an ollie shuffle, scissors action, hips are flexed, feet are soft. There's my foot action on the front of the foot. If I can add arm action, great. If you do, it's short and quick, short and quick. So if I went left and I come back right, short and quick of the ollie. Second pattern is a lateral buzzsaw. Going to my left, with my left foot lead me. In and out, in and out. Going back to my right. In and out again. Soft feet, quiet body. Pattern 4, pattern 3 on week 3 is a single leg buzzsaw like we've done linear. Now we just take a lateral. Or coming back to my right foot. Again, always avoiding stabbing the ground. Okay, speed training progressions. Week 1, we want to work on mechanics and efficiency. We're building strength in the weight room, but we got to make sure that we capture and use that strength well with good efficient movement. The keys are first upper body, standing arm action with the upper body. We want to be stable, neutral in the spine. We don't want any rotation here. So we're going to start with shoulders back and down, a standing long arm swing, emphasizing here swinging through the shoulders versus playing the drums. And then gradually shorten up until you're in a normal here. And right here in a walk pattern, I'm thinking cheek to pocket. I'm driving my elbow down and back with a stable trunk. Now speed to a jog, keeping the same length. Now speed to a sprint. Just focusing on driving down and back more aggressively. Once that looks good, we'll take it to the wall progression. This is working on posture, so we know how the arms drive the lower body. If you're aggressive up top, you'll be aggressive down low. We've got to establish the ability to hold a good posture. When you're accelerating, the key is you're trying to really push back. When you can't push back effectively, you're staying straight up. The idea is to get yourself in a 45-degree shin angle. This is where we want you. A perfect line from my head down through my ankle, with one side up in flexion, and the front side, my back side's down in extension. So if I say flexion, the hip, knee, and ankle are all flexed. If I say extension, the hip, knee, and ankle are all extended. So we're going to start first with a fall into that posture, just so you can feel it. Make sure everything's in line. So we start here, shoulders back, and fall. You're not at it, one leg up in flexion, you can alternate these. I'll fall into the right side up in flexion. Check posture there. Then you'd progress into a jump or explosion into that. One side up in flexion, one side up in extension, always alternating reps there so you get them on both sides. I'd load here, explode into it, and I'm looking for that shin angle in the back. Then you'd progress to a two-step push from that stance. In this case, I'll come up right side, 1-2, making sure the strikes are pushing me back and not down. So I'm here, up, and then 1-2. And you progress to the same thing to a four-step push, 1-2, 3-4, maintaining good posture, emphasizing that pushback pattern. Week 2, speed training. Review your week 1 stuff with the arm action, the wall progression, and then take it to power band work, where now that we've got the mechanics down, we're focusing on using those mechanics to produce more force. We'll do a power band march. You do this with a partner. The back partner is going to loop a band around himself. The front partner has the other band, which is hooked together on him around his hips. The back guy's pushing the band down to make sure it's a down resistance, so the guy's got to push back. So I'm going to use this wall right here. Just imagine me with a partner, and obviously it would be advancing forward with a wall. I can't advance forward. So power band march. Again, I'm taking the mechanics that I've used before. I'm here. I'm going to march. Again, if I was able to, I'd continue marching downfield 10 to 15 yards. After you do a march, you want to progress from a march to a run. So now we're going to add more velocity, piston action here. Again, if I had a partner and I could advance out, I would advance out another 10 to 15 yards with him following me as my anchor. Once that's established, your last drill of the day will be a single leg start. A single leg start, you want to load in a single leg stance here, and the emphasis is on pushing the start and not stepping the start. So I want to put force in the ground, and I just don't want to swing step. I want to push step. So again, the emphasis on first push, not first step. So we load, we activate, push in the ground, stabilize, and go. And those would just be 10-yard single leg starts, alternating your work on both legs. Week 3, in conjunction with the lateral ladder, we'll move to some lateral work on the bands. This is just a simple progression with a partner on the band here. Start here with a lot of resistance. Step, step, just getting them accustomed to pushing the ground. Progression 2 is going to be 1, 2, and then come back slow. Progression 3 is going to be 1, 2, pause, stabilize, back slow, and then repeat. Those are your 3 progressions. For the very last drill you'll do, week 3 will be a tall kneeling start. This gets back to your linear work to finish. Hips tall position, we'll load right side. We'll rep some segments here. If I load right, we'll do the first segment. I say go, we're just getting here. Notice this foot is behind the knee. I don't want to get out here and pull. I'm going to stay right here. Hips are still tall, but come back. Go, back. Left side load. Go, back. Go, back. Once that's good, you move on to the actual moving out of there. So we say right side load, ready, go, and push out there 10 yards. Left side load. And of course, didn't look like. Ready, go, and then push out there. Push back for 10 yards.